The 1000 True Fan business model and how it applies to your practice. Hi, I'm Dr. Lawrence Tham from Drive Your Practice. Now, you'll see over here, you'll see some my sports collection of San Francisco 49ers. I actually surround myself with a lot of greatness, right? So, Muhammad Ali and Sandy Koufax baseball. Anyways, besides the point, every sports teams have their true fans. Well, in business, we also have to have our true fans as well. And there's this concept, I was listening to a podcast interviewing a guy named called Kevin Kelly. And I believe he wrote a book called The 1000 True Fans. And the concept I've heard many times. However, this concept, I thought about it and actually applies to our practice, chiropractic practice as well. So let me start by giving you some context. The context is that you need to understand there's something written by a guy named Chris Anderson. Chris Anderson wrote a book called The Long Tail, and you might have read it, and it's a great book. It's a great concept of actually how technology and how society is changing, that not only do you actually have to have big, massive blockbuster, right? We do have those blockbuster movies, right? In the past, the biggest movies, the biggest budget, or the big Hollywood movies, or the big bands, like U2, Madonna. Those days, Michael Jackson, all those guys had big, massive hits, and they will make a lot of money. But there's a lot of people that actually don't have to appeal to everybody else anymore. You don't have to appeal to pop culture. And what they found is that over time is that there's something called, instead of the short head, you have something called the long tail. So Chris Anderson, the editor-in-chief of Wired magazine, talked about the long tails, that you can make a lot of money still by people being able to getting access to movies that are only specific to a specific genre. For example, maybe like those B movies, those science fiction B movies that only a small portion of the population who are absolutely fascinated by it will watch those types of movies, right? So it might be a music genre that not many people really love. It might be a certain it's not the big jazz type of music, but it might be some certain jazz from specifically in a specific region, maybe New Orleans, that only those people who actually want to hear it. But you can still collect money on it just because of the technology that we have, like such as iTunes, that allows to purchase those individual albums or songs that you can actually buy and still collect money from. That's not what we're actually talking about, the short head or the long tail. We're actually talking about something called the 1000 True Fans. And the 1000 True Fan is sort of sitting in the middle here, is that basically the theory goes is that for a particular artist, and some may argue whether chiropractors are artists or not, but if you're an entrepreneur and you run a business, you are some sort of artist, you actually have to create some fans. And you don't need a lot of fans. Most people think you need millions of fans to make a lot of money. It doesn't actually work that way. Kevin Kelly talks about this 1000 true fans. So what if you already had 1000 true clients who actually are willing to pay you money, that are willing to basically see the value in what you create, and are willing to do this on a regular basis. Let's take a band, for example. Just say you're a singer. Actually, forget the band. Just say you're a singer, and you actually have 1000 true fans that just will, pretty much love what you do and willing to give you money. Now, if they were able to just say spend, $20 on a CD that you release every single year, maybe $20 for a t-shirt that you actually provide for them, maybe pay you $50 for a concert that is only specifically for your true fans, so on and so forth. You sell the merchandise. On average, they spend $100 per year, right? On you, guess what? You actually have a $100,000 business. Okay, so it doesn't take a lot of money, a lot of people to make you enough money for you to live on. So let's take about that same concept now, apply it to chiropractic. Now, what if your true fans and your true clients what if you only had to appeal to 1000 true clients, true patients in your practice? And they're on average, for most of chiropractors across the world, they typically will put them on a schedule once a month, right? They're talking about for lifestyle and for maintenance and for regular ongoing chiropractic care. Then it's once a month on average, right? Say that's per month. So just say you have 1000 clients per month who is willing to give you money for the transaction of you giving them a chiropractic adjustment. And for that, basically, for that privilege, they will pay you $50 per adjustment. Just say, okay? Now, that equates to really 250 patients per week, right? And then multiplying that by 50, right? That actually translates to $50,000 coming into your practice. And that really equates to a year, that's per month, is $600,000 per annum. That, having a more than a $500,000 practice, takes 1,000 true fans. Now, some of you may want to see more than 250 patients a week. Some of you may not want to see 250 patients a week. It doesn't really matter. I'm just showing you the mathematics that 1,000 true fans can actually earn you a really healthy business. And fortunately, that you can either scale that up or down depending on what you want to see. Because if you only want to see 100 patients a week, then that's 400 true clients that you need to actually go after, right? Which is not a lot. That's like just a little over 1 per day that you need to meet every single day for a whole year. And that's it. You can build a solid business for the rest of your life if that's all you want. For 1,000 true fans, it's like 1 a day for 3 years. That's all you actually have to do to create that. And I'm sure you're going to be able to, if you know how to communicate the message well, and you know how to speak to them well, and you know how to communicate the value of what you do for them, and they actually get the value that you're actually promising them, then getting up to 1,000 true fans, it will be relatively simple. And that's actually how you build your practice very easily. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you would tell your friends and other colleagues about this concept, because this concept is very, very simple and you can apply that to anywhere in your practice. Now, if you want to learn how to communicate this practice, how to actually take care of those 1,000 key fans, that's the trick, right? Because getting the 1,000 true fans is one thing. The second part is actually keeping them, because in today's age, back in say 20 years ago, it would have been a lot harder for practitioners to actually communicate with that 1,000 people, one-on-one or through direct mail. Now, it's way easier when you think about what has applied to social media. And social media has allowed us to really connect with them on Facebook. You can do a blog post, you can connect them on YouTube, you can run a podcast specifically for your true fans who are willing to follow you and love you for what you do. And so therefore they will actually get interaction as long as you create new and relevant and valuable information to them on a consistent basis. But you actually have to work at that. If you want to learn how to do that, how to create a great practice with these simple ideas, I suggest you come out to my one-day seminar. One day 2XP intensive is what it's called. Is 1 day to help you really solidify your practice so that you can actually have 1,000 true fans and really live a lifestyle chiropractic. Because lifestyle chiropractic means that you get to choose the lifestyle that you want, work whenever you want, and take care of the people you want to serve. That will be a practice I imagine most of you dream of. So guys, hope you actually enjoyed this video. Go to driveyourpractice.com, watch the next video when it's coming up, or more importantly, sign up for the newsletter or actually the email that I will send you each and every single time these particular video goes up. But more importantly, I actually have special discounts and special codes and promotions that I actually only do for Drive Your Practice members. More importantly, if you want to come out to one of the 2XP intensive events, I'm running it from Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane, and also running it in the UK as well. Check out the dates, what suits you best, and also check out what city that you want to get to so that you can actually attend this one-day 2XP intensive where we're going to cram a whole bunch of ideas and strategies just like this to help you boost your practice. Take care.